Welcome to Where's Ronzee Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I got my homegirls here with me. I've
What
got
up, everyone?
Hello.
Maya
Maya Sure.
Sher. We've got Maya Sher in the building from Paint Expressions with an X.
That would be me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
And we have our special guest today. Maisha, you're always special. You're a special guest,
Forever.
you know that. But today we have another special guest who is also on the panel with us today. Her name is Miss Cassandra. And Miss Cassandra is here to tell her story and give us a little bit about who she is, where she came from, why she decided to come to Arizona, and how she's right,
Yeah.
how she's dealing with the heat. For those who don't know, I'm Ronzee Henry with Libertas Real Estate, and this is the official Where's Ronzee Wednesday. So, Cassandra, welcome.
Well, thank you, Ronzee and Michelle.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Well, I'm Cassandra. I'm here. I came here from Chicago. I've been here since 2024. And let me begin like this, how I ended up here. My son, Charles, he was in a car accident in 2023 of July, and he didn't survive. He survived for 7 days, and then that what led me here. I was originally going to retire here in this year. It would have been this year. My husband would have retired, and I would have just moved on to a job. But however, while I was in Chicago, I could no longer serve my job. I was working at a surgical services at the VA, and I was a supervisor, and I could no longer work in the hospital because every time I went in the surgery room, I would see visions of my son up in the air where I couldn't help him, and I had a nervous breakdown. So therefore, they retired me. Disability. I'm on disability retirement because I could no longer service the veterans. So I said, well, let's go. We're gonna go there a little bit earlier than normal because he had his wife and 4 children here. So to help her out and to just come on here because I could no longer be there because I felt like my need was to be here. And he was the guy was on trial for the accident, and everything just ended as of the 14th of August. He got his sentence. My son got his justice. So now it's time for me to go in the stage of healing. So that's where I'm at right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm new to Arizona, met a few ladies, met a few people, but now I got to kind of put myself back out there.
Mm-hmm.
And let me begin where I'm going to begin at. I'm about to start barber college because, as you know, when I got medically retired, I could no longer do that job anymore because they retired me from it. So now it's like start over.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm starting over now. So I decided, what do I want to do? And I remember when I was here, when my son did pass, somebody was cutting his hair, but the guy told us one price, but when he got to the funeral home, it was like an enormous price. And that kind of angered me. And I said, you know what, sir? When I come back to Arizona, I'm going to be a barber and put you out of business. I just said that literally out of my mouth. And then all of a sudden, the steps start coming for me to go to barber college. So I think I'll be starting. I got an admissions interview next week, so I'll be starting pretty soon.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
first of all, condolences for the loss of your son.
Thank you.
That is a pain and a heaviness that no parent ever wants to go through. First of all, what was your son's name?
Charles.
Charles. So
Mhm.
may Charles's energy continue. May the highest vibration of his energy be present. He's welcome
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
And may the highest vibration of his energy continue to move around the ethers, because we know the energy doesn't die, it just transfers.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's in the way that we move, it's in the way that how we speak, how we talk, what we do. He was your son. He lived through you. You lived through him. You are him. He is you. You literally brought him through onto this plane. So therefore you are him.
Yes.
So condolences for that loss. It's very heavy, but welcome
Thank you.
to Arizona, because Arizona is one of the most brightest, sunny places on the planet.
Yes.
And going through a healing journey, I know through experience that being in an environment that is full of sunshine, full of I mean, the sky is so blue. You wake up every
Yes.
day to a
Yes.
It's
sapphire blue
definitely lit
sky.
up here.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
when you've lived in a place where it's dull and gray, the depression and then having to deal with grief and just challenges when the sun isn't out, it makes it
Even
more.
more.
Yeah. So welcome to Arizona for the healing elements that Arizona does and can bring to your healing journey. Um, Definitely take advantage of going to places like Sedona and going to like Flag and the higher elevations where it's just the vibe is different
Yeah,
up there.
definitely.
It's nothing like the city down here in the valley. We're literally in the valley. You ever hear of a book called something? What is it? The Lily in the Valley or Valleys and Peaks and Valleys. We're literally in the valley, and it's the hottest here. We're like in the hottest part of Arizona, it seems like. So allow yourself to, throughout your healing process, to get into nature and experience Arizona for the natural beauty and healing properties that it can bring. Because I see Arizona as a very spiritual place.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a very
yeah,
spiritual
yeah.
healing place when you're looking for that.
Especially when you go up north. I love the nature. Life is living out there. You know, you have your trees and
Yeah.
things like that. You have spring waters and rivers flowing. So you get those natural healing, nature sounds and that
yeah.
environment. It's just the vibration up there is so high. It's beautiful.
The air is
I truly,
fresh.
yeah.
Yeah. I've been to
Air is
Sedona, but I
fresh.
never been to Flagstaff.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been to
Flag is just
Sedona.
a little, maybe a couple more hours more going north.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go.
But it's definitely a place of when we want to get away from the bustle of the city life, and we want to find some peace and serenity and just get cooler, especially in the summertime. Going up north is a great way to do that.
I like leaving at like 5 in the morning and then come back by 5 in the evening. And it's
Oh,
just,
wow.
yeah, a perfect day trip for
wow.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So keep in mind of those things. I'll definitely make sure that you get what's called a relocation guide so that you
Okay.
can have all this information in one place.
Okay.
There's all types of links to different types of resources, places to visit. There's the building of natural resources, which is downtown Phoenix, where
Okay.
you can go in there and it has all kinds of maps and places in Arizona that people get to go and explore. And
Okay.
I've been here as long as I have, and I haven't been to most of these places, but
Oh,
it is
wow.
on my bucket list now to actually get out and start exploring Arizona because it really truly is a beautiful place.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
So barbering, let's touch on that a little bit. That's what
Yes.
struck me.
Barber.
Yes.
I myself got licensed as a cosmetologist in '99. But interesting, you say you went from medical and now you want to go to barbering, still in
Yeah.
service.
Yes. Yes.
What is it about barbering that?
Well, after I said that, after the message came out of my mouth to do that, all these videos started coming up. So I'm following this girl on here who do the barber, and I said, I want to do that. I want to put the hot towel on the person.
Yeah.
You seen some of
Yeah,
those
yeah,
videos? Oh my God! And I want to be able to give somebody confidence. But my end goal after I do barbering, I want to go get a contract with the VA to help veterans in different veteran homes to cut their hair because
Nobody
Who don't-
cares. Nobody's caring
nobody
about
caring
them.
about that. And then another thing, they make you feel confident. When
Yeah.
our hair done, you like, oh, I look cute. You know, so yeah, I want to do something to that nature to where I am still in service and helping somebody because I know that gives me joy.
It's healing.
Yeah.
One of the senior living places that I do my pain experiences at, they have a whole little salon in there. So that's something you can look into as well, going into one of those senior living, they're independent living, and providing that service for them. So there's a lot of veterans in there. Yeah.
It's a part of servitude is a part of the healing process
Absolutely.
because there's something about stepping outside of your own reality and being able to be of service to someone else to make them feel great, make
Yeah.
them have the experience that you would like to have if you were on the other side of
Yes.
the table.
Yes.
So when dealing with life situations and the realities of the hardships and the lower vibrations that we have to deal with living on this realm, being of service is definitely something special that not everyone has that touch, because some people they do the things in service because it's a paycheck for them. But when you come across someone who's doing it because they genuinely enjoy what they're doing to provide an experience for someone that's making them feel whole,
Yes.
it's a different level of, it's a healing process that's happening. Because I never thought that I would ever become a bartender at one point. But when my son died, I took myself to bartending school.
See?
And I had no expectations of bartending school. I just needed to do something other than what I didn't want to do real estate at that point. I was just like, I didn't want to do real estate, and I never thought that I would ever even get back into the real estate industry. But bartending taught me the value of stepping outside of my own troubles, my own pains, to be of service to others, and listening to their stories and hearing their stories. And it helped me grow. Like, I literally only planned to do that for 1 year and ended up doing it for 2 until I decided to step down and walk away from that position.
Yeah.
But you go into barber school. So is it just barber, or is it whole
College.
cosmetology?
No, it's not the whole cosmetology. It's just barber college. So
Okay.
you just learn the skill of cutting hair, and I think dyeing this and
Color.
grooming the man and coloring. I don't think you go all the way like it is in cosmetology
No.
school, because I went to cosmetology school as well, but I didn't finish. So it's not the whole like that. You just do
Cosmetology is hair, skin, nails,
Yeah.
and barbering is hair.
the hair, and maybe I think the dye,
And-
because some people
Yeah, they're
like
able to
that,
do.
yeah,
yeah.
able to do dye.
I have a question for us. Is that supposed to be green or red?
Red.
It is. Okay. Carry on.
I'm
wanna make sure.
I think it's supposed to be red. I think it is supposed to be red. Red means
Recording, right? Then
recording.
that's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What experiences would you say shaped the person who you are today?
I think the first experience is just being a daughter was my first experience, just shaping my life. I enjoyed being my mom's daughter, even though I had sisters, but just being a daughter, and then that shaped me, all the different lessons and all of the experiences that was taught growing up. That right there held dear with me. So I think being a daughter is the first experience, that I got to look up to somebody who was doing something great. My mother was a caregiver as well. She was a nurse. So she always took care of somebody. Somebody was always at our house, and my mother was always helping. So I think I got that from her. So that experience right there, just being a daughter, was the first experience. And then after that, the most greatest experience that I would look up to my life, and I would do it 10 times again, is being a mother. Being a mother.
How many children have you had total?
I had 4. 2 of them are deceased. My one, my son, and my daughter was born with subaortic stenosis. That's, she wasn't getting oxygen she had holes in her heart. So at 7 months, she passed. So, and I got 2 daughters, living daughters. 40, my daughter be 43, and my younger daughter be 39. So being a mother was by far my greatest experience in life.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I can agree.
Yes.
Wow. So you just never know the experiences that you have, that you share with someone.
See?
Like, you never know. That's why I always like to say kindness is free.
Yes.
kindness is something that is free. It doesn't cost no one nothing. We should be kind to everyone.
Yes.
Now, being nice, on the other hand,
It's two different entities.
it's two different things.
Yes.
We don't have to be nice to everybody because everybody doesn't deserve our nice. And people will take advantage of your being nice.
Oh, and they have. People have in
Absolutely.
life. People have take your kindness for, as they say, for a weakness because you're kind. Then you have I guess another side of you have to come out like
Right.
no,
Boundaries.
no, no, no.
Right. Boundaries.
Stop.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
So, we have to be kind to people because we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what situations they're dealing with. And there are a lot of unhealed people walking the planet.
Yes.
With lots of trauma, lots of anger, and don't know how to self-heal or even begin. And I think I can't speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself, but it takes a lot of resilience to be human. And there's something inside of you that you have to know, hey, nobody's going to come pick you up. Nobody's going to come and save you. And nobody cares. Not to say literally nobody cares, because we do have our core people who show us and show up for us when we're not showing up for ourselves.
Yeah.
That are consistent. But at the end of the day, when everybody's gone home and the dust is settled and you're in your room or in the shower by yourself and you have to have that big ugly cry, it's only you. It's you. And what's in here is what keeps you going.
Yes.
So how we show up for ourselves and how we treat other people are two of the true values of life.
Yes. I agree.
Because you just don't know what people are going through, and how we treat each other is a true reflection of who we are as well.
True.
Yeah. Another question. Let's see. What do we have on the question list? Tell me about a moment when you almost gave up.
Oh, it was plenty, but I could tell you the moment I almost gave up when, after my son passed, and I was like, I just can't be here anymore. But I don't know what happened this particular day. I didn't tell you too. I'll tell you this part of my story too. After my son, I already had a little baby that I was raising. But after my son died, I'm like, I can't take care of the baby. I didn't send her home, but I was like, let me just get a few minutes, like stay at home. But the baby came over. She said, I want to see Sugar. She called me Sugar. I want to see Sugar. So when I seen her, that was like, I have to live because somebody else, not only do my daughters and my other grandchildren, but somebody else is depending on me to do what I need to do. And so it was like, no, I can't, ain't no giving up. Even days when I want to, it's like, no, ain't no giving up. You got something to live for.
Yeah.
And that's just what Mayasha said on the
Last part.
on the pilot.
You
I think we'll call that the pilot.
The pilot.
She's like, we have to know that we have to continue to live because for the people who were here that love us.
Yeah.
For the people who are still here now. And we have to be able to learn how to heal because we don't want that pain and that heaviness to transfer to a baby. Like,
yes.
An innocent.
And you tend to, when you're in that grief and you're stuck in that grief, those that are living with you around you tend to get neglected.
Yes.
And not seen, not heard, because you're in your grief. And so to have the strength to lift yourself up and be able to carry on, still feel, not avoiding it, but you living for the living, you have to live. We get to live for the living.
And then I think too, somebody could benefit from my story, your
Absolutely.
story. It's another mother out there that just going through this right now today. So she might hear this podcast. You're gonna make it.
Absolutely.
You're gonna
Absolutely.
make it.
Absolutely.
And that's my goal too. My story, if it can help somebody know that, hey, I went through it, I made it out,
Absolutely.
And now, like you said, the healing part begins to where my son's still within me. So, hey, I gotta live for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
continuously. So.
And it's a choice that we have to make because you're either going to continue to stay where you are or you're going to cut off the ball and chain of pain and grief and you're going to allow yourself to become the best person, the best version of yourself, because we are becoming, as long as we have life, we're still becoming our greatest version.
Yes.
And it's a choice that we have to make. Some people, they maybe after hearing this podcast, they'll have to look at themselves in the mirror and say, okay, I'm going to make a choice. What's your choice? Are you going to continue to mope? And nobody's saying that you cannot grieve or how long you should grieve or any of that. But there's different ways that you can help allow yourself to grieve without it being so heavy.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be so heavy. And the way that I imagined it is like as if my son's energy and my daughter's energy were a balloon, right? The balloon is light and it's held by a string when we hold it. But as long as we're holding on to it, it stays here. But as soon as we let go, it begins to take flight. And now it's released to go do whatever it's going to go do. So I that's how I see the energy of how we allow it to keep moving. As long as we're holding on to it, it's like we're stagnating it, like we're stifling it.
Yes.
It's not able to do whatever it needs to do for even us in this realm as our ally, as our guide, because it's worried about us. And we have to make the choice like, okay, I'm going to let this not forget you. How could I ever forget? But I'm going to allow myself to free your energy, to be free so that it can move around the ethers and allow me to become the best version of who I'm supposed to be to impact and inspire others.
Yes.
So kudos to you for that.
Yeah.
It's definitely a journey. And some of us get to a point of healing where we can speak about our story sooner than others. And, but we all have a story to tell.
Yes. Yes.
And so it's important that we talk to each other and we go into spaces where we're comfortable having the conversation. And sometimes you don't want to have a conversation. You might just want someone to be in the room with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, coming to Arizona, starting a new life. We're meeting you where you are. You've given us a little bit about why you've come here with your husband to meet your son's Charles. Your son's name is Charles. Your son Charles' wife and your grandchildren. And so Arizona seems like a place where you'd want to live?
Oh,
Long
definitely.
time?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I could travel wherever, but I think this is where I'm going to stay because I like it. I like the sun. I like the light. I like like you said, that energy that I could see. I like to look at the mountains, so like I said, I could travel other places, but I know this where I'll be.
Arizona is definitely a place where you see yourself. The sunsets are the best.
Right now. No, 3 years from now I might, but right now I see myself right here. Yeah.
Okay, well then with that being said, a new build. Oh, here's something that you should know. When you're purchasing a new build, you should have your own representation, your own agent, because a lot of people don't know that when you go to a builder, the real estate agent inside of that office is representing the builder. They're not representing the buyer. So there's going to be certain things that, although should be disclosed, a good real estate agent is going to be clear disclosure to both parties. Their fiduciary duty is to the builder. So you should have your own representation.
You should have your own real estate.
You should have your own agent.
Yeah,
because even for example, like they have their own inspection team. Everything's in house. They have their own title company. They have their own inspection team, and when you're doing your final walkthrough, there might be some things. If you hired your own inspector, there might be some things that your inspector that you're paying for is gonna
Like, hey,
then
that
yeah,
light
they're going to
fixture is
point
not
out.
right.
Right. And so you want to have that information so that you can bring it to the builder and say, hey, this is what came up on the inspection report, and I would like these things to be looked at or sorted out or whatever, whatever the negotiations is at that point. And that's where your real estate agent can kind of go down that inspection report with you and really just there's going to be certain things on there like a chip pane or something that you're not going to make a kick and scream
Right.
about, but if something is really off, you want to be able to communicate that, and that's why it's good to have your own representation, because your agent is going to have a fiduciary duty to you to make sure that you know what you need to know and provide you with the recommendations that you're not thinking about, because the builder's just like, well, this is what we do and this is how we do it. However, definitely have someone. So if you're out in the market and you're looking to buy a new build, you definitely should have your own real estate agent and have them go with you on the tours of those properties. So, all right. Well, here's a fun question. I'm from London,
Mm-hmm.
and in London we like to have tea. We drink tea, hot tea. We like tea time. When I first came here to Arizona, somebody was like, so they had like these little see-through glass containers. They put water in it in a tea bag and put it out in the sun. And I was like, what's that?
Sun tea.
I had no clue.
We have
didn't know
sun
that.
tea and moon tea.
I was like, why?
You've never?
Well, I know now. I've been here.
But you've never?
I
Prior to that?
I did not
Never?
listen.
Me
I will
neither.
tell you this.
Really?
We
No.
do not drink cold tea.
It can be heated up, but you let the sun and the moon brew it.
So
I was like,
I can get a
iced
tea bag,
Yes.
put it out in the sun,
Yes.
and it's gonna brew it.
mm,
Yes.
Then how it work for the moon?
Same.
Same.
Well, same thing. You remove your sun tea, take that in the house once the sun starts to set. When the moon phase is coming in, you put your your jars out for your moon brewing, and it gives a different energy into
Oh, I'm gonna have to try.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
learned something new today.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
So like, obviously, Arizona is really hot, so you don't want to drink no hot tea. I just
By the time you bring it in, you're not gonna have to heat it up. It's hot.
yeah, that part. But then the thing was that threw me off was that they call it iced tea, and in England you don't drink iced tea because it's too bloody cold. You don't want to drink no cold tea. You want to drink your tea with your biscuits. And
So in the summertime, do you guys get a summer?
we do have a summer.
Okay, and you've never indulged in iced tea?
Maybe now they do, but I've been living here so long, so I really don't know if they do iced tea now. Maybe they do, but it's probably not as popular as it is here. Like Arizona has an Arizona tea. Like you can get those big tall cans, Arizona iced tea. Like an iced tea here is an actual thing. In England, not so much. So my question to you would be, coffee or tea? Americans I know love to drink coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Tea.
Tea? What type of tea? Like herbal tea or?
I'm an herbal tea. I don't really care for the black teas and all that
Okay.
kind of stuff. But yeah, herbal teas. But I like them hibiscus, things like that.
Yeah, that's
I
my
like
favorite.
them sometimes when I want it hot. First off, I will drink hot tea year round. I rarely drink iced tea, to be honest with you. But when I'm having that coffee, that comfort, I drink coffee for social reasons versus what other people to wake them up and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
It's more of a social thing if we're out or we're at someone's house and we're all having breakfast and everybody has a cup of coffee or something. You sit there with your cup of coffee. Exactly.
Maybe at this coffee shop.
But I'll put cream in my tea when I want that
Yeah, there's
comfort
nothing wrong with
coffee.
that.
Yeah,
There's nothing
feel.
wrong with putting cream in your
Your
tea.
tea. I
'cause
had it.
We do that. We put our cream in. We'll put milk in our tea. Carnation milk in our
Yeah.
tea. I like that as well.
So have you ever been to the tea around town bus yet?
I haven't. Where does it move or is it stationary?
I think it moves. I haven't been yet, And I was like, I gotta go there. But my friend was like, when you get to Chicago, when you come home, you can go here. I said, well, I live here now.
Right,
so
right,
I wanna
right.
go here. I live here now. So.
You like, well, I want to go check it out
Yeah, I
over
want
here.
to check it out over here.
Yeah.
But I think it moves. I think the bus move. Like give you a
I
tour.
think I've
maybe
seen it. It's in Scottsdale somewhere.
No, what is it called again?
tea around town.
Huh.
And they got like a little tea. You have tea on the bus, and I think they.
It sounds like it moves if it says
Yes,
T around
mhm.
town.
Is
yeah.
it a double decker bus? The red bus?
No, it wasn't a red bus. It's like a big, like a Greyhound bus. Look like.
Oh,
That
I
type.
don't know about that one. Well, that's interesting. We'll have to find out about where the tea around town is.
goes.
Something to check out.
So one of the teas, they called it sweet tea. I don't know if you ever heard of that one, but it's the black tea with it's they drink it iced tea, but it's the black tea and they put lemon and lots and lots and lots of sugar. Oh, I can't. Now my friend, shout out to Monique. She has whenever we have our meetups at her house, she makes crack tea.
Oh my God.
Now,
Please,
what is that? What
please
is that?
explain.
I don't know the exact ingredients, but it's crack. It keeps them coming.
Wow.
But yeah, she'd have to come to the show and tell you about that crack tea. But it's a staple in her home.
You said her name is Monique?
Monique.
All right, Monique, we want to learn more about that tea.
Right. All right, Mo.
Absolutely.
Send that tea on.
Send
over.
that tea. We want to know what's in it. Cassandra, what would you say is one song? This is probably going to be a really hard question, but what's one song that would describe you now?
You know Fleetwood Mac Dreams.
No, let me take some notes. Fleetwood
I wish we could.
Mac.
I wish we could.
I'll
play
look it up. Let me look it up.
Yeah,
Then
yeah, Fleetwood
Play a
Mac
set bit of it. I
Dreams.
like it.
Okay, Fleetwood Mac Dreams.
Let's see here. Is my mic on? Testing. Can you guys
I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Fleetwood Mac Dreams. See what we got here.
Mac Dreams. Got it. We will put it to the mic.
I don't know if YouTube was gonna let us play this back if it's on there, but I'll look it up later.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't.
We probably
play it.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
No,
no,
because
yeah. The
YouTube is
copyright,
like,
yeah.
yeah, they're not. They're just real funny about that.
Look it up.
Does that look like them?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
them.
Mm-hmm.
What's one of your biggest pet peeves?
You know when somebody say, if me and you talking, and then you say, "Oh, forget it. I was about to say this." You know, I hate that when somebody say that. No, say what you was gonna say. That's rude to me. I hate it with a passion. Like you shouldn't have said. I won't say it. Just keep that in your mind. You know, don't tell
Don't
me.
even
Yeah.
say
Don't
that
speak
you
Yeah,
were
it
gonna
out
say
loud.
something and then you
I don't
decide
like
not to
that.
say
Don't
it.
start a thought and then catch
Yeah,
yourself
then
and be
catch
like,
yourself
you know
like,
what? I shouldn't say
I
that.
shouldn't
Yeah,
say that.
I get
I
it.
hate
I
that.
hate
Speak your
that.
truth.
I hate it.
Speak
Yeah,
your
yeah.
Speak your
truth.
truth. Say what you want to say. I hate that with a passion. That's one
Say
of my
what you
pet-
want to say. Say what you want to say. If you weren't doing what you do now, what would you be doing? Like if you went here right now, doing the podcast, how would you be enjoying your day?
Today actually, when I'm at home, I usually read, and then me and my husband will go check out new restaurants around town because I'm like, I gotta know Phoenix, but I knew this not today, but I know I had to do this today. I said this week I want to go to the Japanese Friendship Garden. Because when I
yes.
first got here, I did a
Nice.
membership at the Desert Botanical
Yeah.
and there's Friendship Garden in the Art Museum.
Yeah.
Because you know,
Yeah.
in Chicago they have all this,
Yeah.
so I always
Yeah.
was going somewhere, so I had to have myself something to do.
Yes.
So, you know,
Check out the MIM too, the Musical
I
Instrument
went
Museum.
there, and it was my first time hearing.
And you can't see the whole thing in one day.
the violinist, a black harpist.
Oh.
I went to a show and I was outdone. I was like, oh my God, I love it. I knew it was probably a black harpist or black violinist, but I never went to the one. But I was raving about that for 3 days, and somebody was like,
Mm.
Be
Yes.
quiet. You went there. You already said that.
Yes. It's such a huge facility. It's
Yes.
such so huge. The museum is, have you ever been there?
No,
Oh, you have to, we have to make a trip to
let's
the
do
MIM.
it.
It is so huge. You, it's not possible to see the whole, all of the exhibits in one day. And I don't care if you go in from 8 to 4. Like,
Wow.
it's,
See, now I have to do that. I went there just for that little concert.
oh,
So I had
there's
to
so
go.
much to see in there, so much history, so much to learn, so much culture. They have instruments from every continent.
Oh, wow.
And what's amazing about it is that you get to see like a guitar, and you get to see so many different forms of a guitar, like the early guitars and how it comes into like the Jimi Hendrix guitar into today's guitar. Like it's an amazing experience. I highly recommend going out and checking out the MIM. There are quite a few museums that I haven't been to around here yet either. Like even the Phoenix Museum, I'd like to go see the Phoenix Museum. I'm definitely into artsy stuff.
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah.
too. I seen you guys on had posted about the other museum where Miss Lizzie took y'all. Y'all was
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Lizzie. What's the name of that again?
The one, the
Oh, the
grassroots. What's
Afri Soul.
No,
Yeah.
now I've been there, but it was
the last one you went to? And they have the space that you told me we can do things in. Yeah.
That was Afri Soul, next door to Afri Soul. It's all Afri Soul, grassroots. Yes.
oh yeah.
Yes.
And when I first got here, I went there too.
Shout out to Miss Darlene.
Yeah,
And Liz.
Yeah, and Miss Lizzie.
Miss
Thank
Lizzie.
Yeah,
you.
Miss
Yeah, I
Lizzie.
met her at the Afri Roots one time. I was just traveling. I always do. We've been exploring Arizona, and I said, let's go down here. I was at Grassroots, and I met her in Grassroots, and she said, come on, go with me. She took me. We went to Afri Soul for a second, and then we went and met. She said, come here. It's a black newspaper down here. It's a.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
There's so much history.
I had no idea.
That is one thing that I really appreciate about Phoenix, like South Phoenix, the South Phoenix community. Shout out to South Phoenix. Shout out to the East Lake community. Shout out to South Mountain. Like, there's so much culture. Like Phoenix, South Phoenix culture. The community there is tight knit.
Yeah.
A lot of times people come to Arizona and they're just kind of like, well, there's no community here. Like, where are we? And it's like, we are here.
I told that to my daughter. I said, we are here. You got to go over there. See, we live in the West Valley. I said, you got to go over there on the south side, and you'll see a lot. Yeah,
There's a lot of culture here. There's lots of artsy people that love to create, who are there's a lot of unknown, like underground, just value, just creativity and art and rich culture and history. And we're here, we are here, and we're here to stay. So definitely check out the communities out on the south side, because there are pop-up shops and vendors that are selling clothing and just stuff that you wouldn't even think about. There's a historical cultural center that used to be a segregated school, where they're allowing you, like, you can go in and take a tour of the school. And there's lots of really great things that's happening as Phoenix to me is kind of a newer city, as opposed, compared to like London or New York or Chicago. Like, the more west you come, the more land it seems like there's the states become bigger the more west you get. And Phoenix is a very, I feel like it's a very spiritual place too, just because it's so hot. But there's a lot of room for growth here.
Yeah.
And lots of people are moving here. And some people leave and they're like, oh, it's too hot, or it's not what they thought it would be, or it's not as fast paced for them as they want it to be. But it really just kind of depends on what you're looking for, what your why is, why you come here, what you're looking for. And yeah, it's definitely a change from the hustle bustle lifestyle that's most of us are used to.
Yeah.
So
But you got to start exploring, I believe.
Yeah, you get to
I mean,
explore for sure.
You get to explore
Yeah.
because
Get on some of these groups too.
We'll meet y'all at a coffee shop.
Get on some of these groups and on social media,
Yeah.
you know, the black business groups and things like that. And you'll learn more about what's really in your community. We got, like you said, a lot of coffee shops out here that we don't have to go to Starbucks. You know, we have our own spaces that we can definitely support to keep them here.
Yes,
You know, you
yes.
want to keep us here.
Yeah.
And us going into them, our first experience might not be the best experience, but if we communicate with them and tell them what our experience was, we want to support you, but if it's going to be like this, you're going to have to change so that we can keep coming back and want to come back. You know, we got to communicate with our people, tell them where they are failing us, if that's the right word, you know, so that they can grow.
Or where there's room for improvement.
Where there's room for improvement, you know, so that they can grow. There was a market, a black-owned market on the South Side that I always wanted to go and get, you know, the Southern foods from, your field peas and your things like that. Every time I went, the place was closed. I'm like, well, office hours says, you know, 9 to 5.
Right there.
It's
We're
not,
just kinda
it's
like,
not
it's not
after
professional.
hours, you know. So I sent them a email and I sent them a message in their thing, you know, tell them I want to support your market. But if you're not open the hours you say you're open,
Then how can I?
how can I? You know, I understand people have family things that come up. Maybe we need to hire someone, you know, to support you. How can we? And I asked them, how can we support you to keep your doors open? Do I got to go get my nephew? He's looking for a job, you know?
See?
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Let's
right there.
keep the doors open. You know, Target don't get to close just because somebody's sick. Our office hours are 9 to 5, if that's what it is. You know, keep your doors open. So that's what we get to work on as a community, you know, of people, is meeting the needs and the demands of our communities.
And community is important.
Yes.
Having a sense of community, especially in a day and age like now where everything's technology, everything's text messaging, everything's email, everything's instant. What happened to picking up the phone and calling someone? Not because you need anything.
Just to say hi.
Yeah, just to say hi. Whatever happened to just being present for someone and finding out how their day is going, or what can I do to serve you today? What would make you happy? Because everything is getting lost in technology. It's like the common courtesy is kind of going away. Customer service is not what it once was, in my opinion. People are not taking the time to really listen to what their customers' needs are, like you were just saying. You know, hear what your customers' needs are. Doesn't necessarily mean that the customer is always right, but just the simple fact that you're taking the time to listen to the customer speaks value of the type of business or client or company that you are. This, you know, what type of agent are you? You're willing to listen to what your customers or clients' needs are, and instead of constantly just looking to find a reason to just disregard them. You know, it's I had a friend of mine that said that he had went to visit a new auto shop in Tempe, and he walked in and, you know, they were giving away, in order to promote their business, they were giving away like an oil change or something, right? No purchase necessary. You just bring in your car. He didn't realize that he had to make an appointment, so he showed up to the place. And immediately the guy just says, "We don't take walk-ins."
Just unkind, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, you don't know. This could be a returning customer that would be bringing you more business.
Yeah.
But just the simple fact that it was the way that this was communicated.
Right.
Instead of just saying, well, hello, good morning, thank you for coming
Hey.
in.
Appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate you
Yeah.
coming in.
We
What's
don't
your
take
name?
walk-ins, but you know,
However, I
however,
can make you an appointment.
yeah, let's do
Let's
that.
get you an
Yes.
appointment so we can get you taken care
Yeah,
of.
we got to stop doing that.
You know, I walked into a restaurant just to go check it out. It was dark. It was open for business, but it was dark. There were a few people sitting at a table, probably like 5 people at a round table. Nobody said hello, welcome in. Would you like a menu? Are you hungry? Would you like something to drink? I walked all the way to the back, saw that there was a chef in the kitchen. So I kind of knocked on the plastic door and kind of pushed my finger to open the door. I said, are you open? And he's like, yeah, we're open. Is there nobody in the front? And I was like, no. And slowly walked right out of the restaurant again. Nobody
See?
said nothing to me.
Wow.
And I was just like, that's the problem of the world, or that's the problem that we're dealing with customer service nowadays. People don't care. They want your money, but they don't even want to come and get it. So like
Like you missed a good customer.
yeah, you just missed
Bye.
a customer and you don't, you just, it's the times that we're in, people are very self-indulged, self-absorbed. It's just a different time and place that we have to learn how to be the change that we want to see.
Yes. Yes.
I'm so glad I grew up in the era where I got to experience good customer service. I remember going shopping with my grandmother to J.C. Penney's or, whatever stores it was that we went to back in the days. But you go to the shoe department and they would see how the camera doesn't switch. You go to the shoe. I just noticed it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You go to the shoe department. Got it. Not.
mic check.
Mic check. But they would go to the back, get your shoe size, come back, put your foot on that little stool,
That silver.
and help you put your shoes on, to test the sizing of the shoes and, have you walk around, come back. They'll squeeze your toes for you to make sure you're not pressing too far up.
Right. Oh, they don't do
remember
that
all
no
those things.
more.
You don't have
Yeah.
a shoe guy
No,
anymore,
No.
But to have that experience gave me the knowledge, the information in my brain, like what I'm experiencing today is not how I like to be treated.
Right.
People are immune to what's happening today because this is all they know.
Right.
This is all they know. So this is what they become. But I had the taste of all that,
Yes. Yes.
and I can make change again and bring
Yeah.
back like, no, how about we sit down and we do X, Y, Z. We're going to do it this way. If you don't know, you don't know, and
Yeah.
this generation now just does not know. We have a generation that's come up where this is, and I want the camera to come on me so they can see
I
this,
don't know why it's
but
not working.
this is how they live. They live with their face in their phone, this is all they got.
And they better hope that when they're crossing the road, that they stop.
Yeah,
look
they're
to
not
see if
even
there's a car
stopping to
coming.
look.
That's
Maybe
crazy.
that's why they're coming up with the flying car so people can
Yeah.
walk again. I don't know. So
Right.
they know they're not paying attention,
The flying car, the time of the Jetsons is upon us.
It's upon us.
It's
Yeah,
upon
or
us.
those cars with the cameras in it now that'll stop when they see an object in front of it, because nobody's paying
driverless
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's-
driverless cars.
It's facts. It's facts. And people, when you're out there, please put your phone down when you're crossing the road. Put your phone down when you're in the car. Put your phone down while you're driving. Like, we
Yes.
don't need, look, hashtag arrive alive.
Yes.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Hashtag arrive alive. Shout out to my homegirl Unity and shout out to Delexa. Delexa was in a serious car accident. She was literally at a red light. Shout out to Casper. He was also in a car accident. He was literally at a red light. And both of their vehicles were totaled at 2 different times, 2 completely different accidents. It was in one weekend. And I was just like,
Wow.
people. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about Arizona drivers.
Horrible.
Hate it.
Swerving.
Arizona
The
drivers.
swerve is really serious out
So
here.
is it Arizona drivers or is it just Phoenix drivers?
I'm going to say
I-
Phoenix.
I'm not really sure.
I'm going to say
but
Phoenix.
I just know I'm scared to drive, and I have a vehicle. And
OMG.
I come from LA. We learn how to drive in LA. If you learn how to drive in LA, you could drive anywhere in the world just about. I'm scared out here.
I'm scared to drive here. I ain't even gonna
Listen.
tell. I'm scared to drive here because every time I see we driving accident here, accident there, I said, why?
And it's like, I'll say this. The day that my homegirl called me and told me that her daughter was in a car accident and she didn't have any communication with her, she didn't know what was happening. All she knew was where her location was. She calls me, I'm on my way. As I'm driving on Broadway, west, I'm going west on Broadway, just about to approach 27th Street or just before 28th Street, right? I'm driving at the right speed. You know, I'm not trying to be breaking any laws. A car whooshes past me, 90 miles per hour, only to meet me at a
the
red light. But here's the rest of the story. I'm on the phone talking to my friend in my ear, like I had my AirPod in my ear. I had my windows rolled down because it had just rained, I think, or maybe it was just cool. I had my windows down. It wasn't cool because it's Phoenix, but I had my windows down. And I'm talking to my friend, and I literally was like, what was the whole point of that? I was talking to my friend on the phone. The guy, I don't know, he assumed I was talking about him or knew that I was talking about the situation because he rolled his window down because he's in the turning lane. He's getting ready to turn left and go south while I'm going west. I was going to continue to go west. Had the audacity to roll his window down and say, what? Are you mad because I was speeding? Or you're mad because I was driving fast? And I thought to myself, what a piece of
Idiot.
Lo and behold, did he not know? Neither one of us knew the wreck that I was about to approach and see my friend's daughter's car was. It looked like an aluminum can that
Just got crushed. You stepped on it.
So, you know, the whole point of this conversation is people. We understand it's hot. Yes, we understand it's hot. We understand that we want to get to where we're going, but we want to arrive alive. And your loved ones, your children, your family members, your husband, your wife, your sister, your brother, your nephew, they want to get to where they're going alive.
Absolutely.
So please slow down. Please slow down. There's no point in rushing to get to a place, and then don't be rude about it. Like,
All right, like you.
don't be rude to someone. What you're just looking for trouble. You're looking for a reason to start an altercation or to start some problem with someone who has nothing to do with you. So the hashtag is arrive alive.
Yes.
That's what I have to say about that. Let's see.
Did we talk about what you do today?
Yeah.
You did?
What I did today?
What do you
I
do?
went to Zumba.
No. As far as
Industry
wise.
Right now, nothing but I used to.
So she was a caregiver.
I was a caregiver, and I made these jewelry.
Oh,
And I
nice jewelry. So are those tiger eyes?
Yeah. Well, it's just beaded jewelry.
Okay.
I owned an online boutique before I got here.
Nice.
Nice.
Sister Queen Bee's boutique.
Ooh, it's got Queen on it.
Yeah, it got it. Yeah, this one.
Love it.
I like that.
But last night I haven't made a bracelet since what happened with my son. Last night I made these.
Look
I
at
just,
you.
Okay.
I was like, okay, it's time. And
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I'm gonna start back. I don't know yet. I want to see how the barbering go. See how that goes. But maybe not.
I'm digging the jewelry right now. Like, I'm like, ooh.
And I co-authored a book. I brought it for you.
Let's talk
You
about
did?
that.
Where's the book?
Yeah.
You co-authored a book. Honey, yeah, let's get into it.
Me and some of my friends,
Nice.
Miss Shaquan Hope, maybe in
An
2019,
anthology
an
presented by
anthology.
Shaquan Hoke. Take the cape
Cape off,
off.
sis.
Take the
You got to
cape off.
talk.
I don't know if it's looking backwards or if it's not, but it's take the cape off.
Sis.
Nice.
Oh, so are these all the authors on the back
Yes.
of the book?
Co-authors.
All these authors.
Yeah.
Lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 women. The strength of a woman when we are in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
This is this looks like a very powerful book. Just is this mine? Is
Yes.
this for me?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Ronzee
I
likes
was
to
like,
get gifts.
I hadn't even thought about the book or anything like that. None of that. While I was in my grief. And so it just popped up, and I had told Shaquan, I said, can I order more books because I'm going to just put myself back out there as far as that goes, you know, because somebody might need to take the cape off. I had to again, you know, at one particular time in my life, whatever I wrote about in the book at that time, I had to take the cape off. And
Where
and a lot of
in
women,
this? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
you'll see me somewhere in there. I'm in there like towards the front, I believe.
Okay, I'm gonna find you because I want to read an excerpt, like read something from your book.
Okay.
So collectively, tell us, how did you all come together to?
Well, Miss Shaquan Hope, that was one of my friends. She's from New York. She's an author.
Okay.
Her name is Dr. Shaquan Hope now.
Congratulations to
and
Doctor.
Dr. Shaquan.
Matter of fact, I went to New York several times for one of her book signings or whatever. So we all was in a group. So she put it out there. Who want to do anthology with me? So of course at that time I said, yeah, I would. You know, and then so they were saying, well, we was going. Well, I went back to a story of my life where I did have to take the cape off. So it was like at that time it was like everybody was wearing all these capes, doing so many things, and it was like layers. Take this stuff off, sis. Take it off. So that where it came from. So each one of the ladies in there got their own story to tell, motivating. That book became #1 Christian book, bestseller in New York. It was on Times Square when it was out, and I think we did it in 2019. I don't remember the year. It was a couple of years ago, but yeah.
I'm gonna read a little bit from the book.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm just looking. 2022.
Yes.
2022. This is coming from Cassandra Key's portion. First page, Helper of Mankind by Cassandra Keys.
That's
The
what my
meaning-
name means. Helper of man.
Helper of Mankind.
Beautiful.
Very powerful. The meaning of my name, my whole life I tried to live up to it. At this particular time in my life's journey, one of my dear friends was having some issues in her marriage. It was closely leading to divorce. She and her husband decided to separate for a while. She and the children needed a place to stay. Of course, I extended a helping hand. She and the children would stay with me until she saved up enough money to get her apartment. She worked the night shift and I worked the day shift. Again, I extended a helping hand and agreed to get the children ready for daycare and drop them off. I had it all planned out. I would get up an hour earlier than I usually did and get all the children ready, which were my 3 and her 2 toddlers. At the time, my children were 10, 9, and 6. They were in school all day. I am a superwoman. Let me explain. The daycare was in the opposite direction, so getting up an hour should be okay. Also, part of the plan was she would get dinner ready, and I would give them baths and get everybody ready for bed. As my memory serves me, she only kept her part of the agreement only 3 times out of the 3.5 months she was there. I still had to stick with the plan because as a child, I was always taught your word is your bond. And all you have is your word. Absolutely. This is very, wow. Taking off the cape. What does that mean to you when you take off your cape? Superwoman.
Taking off all the layers of life. I can't do everything.
by yourself. I mean, you
can't do
can't.
every-
It seems like we can, but why should we
we
have
had
to?
that mentality, but we can't.
Right.
We can't. It's impossible. And sometimes we're scared to ask for help where it's needed.
Right.
And it might be something as simple as, like I said, picking the kids up. Maybe I should have said something. Maybe I should have said, "Hey, well, you know why you not." But in the end, when you read it, you'll see in the end, it was they was getting back together, and that was a good thing. They still together today. And then,
Okay.
so I told my daughter be 43, so that's a long, long time.
Okay. They
So,
just
but
needed some
sometimes you have to
time.
just take the cape off and say something. And I
Right.
did.
Right.
And you'll see in it a lot of different stories in there of these women had more dramatic stories than I did. That you have to take the cape off. You can't keep it on. We can't always be the superwoman and do this, do
Doing
this,
it
do.
all.
Oh, we'll burn
Yeah.
out.
We
Burn
burn
out.
out.
We'll
We
burn
do.
out.
This past year, I experienced that. Last year, I didn't have my car. You want me to talk into the mic? I didn't have my car, a car for a whole year. So I wasn't available anymore. So I was forced out of my cape. Sit down, sit still.
See?
Exactly. And I was so happy in that year, not being available, not ripping and not running, and able to say no, and I feel guilty about it.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt good because I was able to focus on me and the things that I needed to do to better my situation or to grow my business to the next level that it gets to grow on. I got a lot accomplished for myself in that year because I took that cape off,
Mm-hmm. See?
Yep. Ladies, I think we are coming to a point in our podcast where we're having such a good time and having
Yes,
conversations.
yes,
These are
yes.
meaningful conversations.
Conversations.
And these are the type of conversations that women should have together in a sisterhood, in a community where we come
Yes,
together, where we
yes.
share our stories, where we support each other. We're not judging each other. We're meeting each other where we are. We have to
Yes.
meet each. We have to when we on this journey of life, we have to meet people where we're at,
Mm-hmm.
because like I said on the last show, our past does not define who we are.
Mm-hmm.
It is the foundation
Yes,
and the platform of who we are becoming. And based on the choices that we make is going to determine whether we are going to fly or whether we are going to sink, whether we are going to evolve or whether we are going to stay where we are. And living in this life, in this time, we are evolving. The planet is changing.
Yes.
The climates are changing. Everything is changing. Everything is speed. It seems like it's speeding up. And show up for ourselves. We have to show up for ourselves. Thank you for coming and showing up for you and
Yes,
telling
thank
your
you.
story
Thank
Right.
you
and
for
showing up
having
for
me.
yourself, because your story will inspire and impact someone who doesn't even know that they're going to hear your story at some point, and it's going to help them. Maya Sher, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always a pleasure
Thank
to
you
be
for
here.
being here
Yeah.
and being a part of this new platform that we have the opportunity to bring to our community,
Yes.
and to show that we are love and that we
Yes.
are in support of each other, and hope that we can reach more people.
Yes.
We won't just say just women, because the men need support.
Yes,
They should
yes.
have a support as well system.
Mm-hmm.
Once we acknowledge that they are perfectly imperfect in every way, just like we are, but they have our support. So
Yes.
definitely the takeaway for today's Where's Ronzee Wednesday is be kind. You don't know what someone's going through. And show up for yourself, because how you show up for yourself and how you treat others are valuable in life. So,
I have a takeaway I'd like
Okay.
to share. Mine is empowering the next person.
Mm-hmm.
Empowering the next person, like I was speaking about the business. Instead of us talking down on them, talking bad out of them, let's give them the, if they're willing to listen,
Listen.
and make the changes, but give them, communicate with them what our experiences are, and give them the opportunity to change it or not, and then you can make your decision from
Yeah.
that point. But if we don't tell them, they don't know. They think that what they're doing is just okay. Y'all still buying it, but we don't want that. We want good service too.
Yes.
We want to be treated like we want to be treated.
Yes.
Facts. Absolutely. Quick question. Is Take the Cape Off on all platforms? Amazon?
I don't know, but I know I will have some copies in the next couple of weeks, so you can get it from me.
Okay.
I'll let you know when it comes from me. But I'm not sure if it's still on Amazon. When it came to number one bestseller, it was on Amazon. And so each one of these ladies did a book signing.
Okay.
I think I'm the only one who didn't, but I was in the hospital setting, so I just sold my books or whatever through the hospital. And like that. So, yeah.
Well, definitely, guys, check out this book. See where you can find it. Take the Cape Off by Shaquan Hoke. And that's Hoke. Shaquan, Shaquan Hoke. Hoke. Take the cape off, ladies. Sometimes we do need to take the cape off. Sometimes we need to reset, recharge, rejuvenate, because we do get burned out. We're taking care of everyone but ourselves. So thank you for being here, ladies. And thank you to everyone who is watching. Shout out to every good energy that is in our midst.
Yes.
And this is another Where's Ronzee Wednesday.
All right.
She pulls up me, clipboard in hand, one door open, one more plan, fresh paint, both floors, key in the lock. She knows the block, she knows the lot. She tours the rooms, checks every scene, walks that hallway like a dream. For sale sign up, she writes it clean, and she's off to the spot where the locals beam. She tastes the sauce, she rates the heat, tells you if the service feels complete. From private rooms to open nights, she clocking the vibe and she calls it right. Where's Ronzee? Where's Ronzee? She's on the move. Where's Ronzee? Where's Ronzee? She brings the proof. House on the market, she makes it shine. One by one show, she rated fine. Where's Ronzee? Where's Ronzee? Crowd on her side. Where's Ronzee? Where's Ronzee? Worldwide ride. Tap in, watch her go. She builds a name and she lets it show. She at the corner spot tryna jerk and rice. Then the gallery open and shining all night. She circles the room with the notepad smile. Says the vibe is cool, but she stays a while. At the block party, she counts the cheers. At the private launch, she fronts no fear. She's got stamps in her passport, stories in her phone. Every city she lands and she building her throne. She grazed the plate, she grazed the night. If it's worth the trip, she says it right. Big taste, big reach, big human touch. One name in the air, I mean she done. And where's Ronzee? Where's Ronzee? She's on the move. Where's Ronzee? Where's Ronzee? She brings the proof. House on the market, she makes it shine. One by one show, she rated fine. Where's Ronzee? Where's Ronzee? Crowd on her side. Where's Ronzee? Where's Ronzee? Worldwide ride. Tap in, watch her go. She builds a name and she lets it show. From the doorstep to the front row, from the open house to the afterglow. She don't just show up, she leaves a mark. Warm on the